Hello and welcome to another episode of Healing the Child Within. I am your show host, Nancy Muller, and I'm really excited about this topic today. Today's topic is about recognizing miracles. So the question I would ask you is, if you pray for miracles or look for miracles or even just believe in miracles, do you know how to recognize them when they appear? You know, because a lot of people say, oh man, it was a miracle we weren't in a car wreck. Oh, it was a miracle that snow didn't, I don't know, block traffic on the freeway. We talk about miracles in a sense of what didn't happen sometimes, but miracles, or I like to call them signs from the universe, they're abundant. They are everywhere. And when you start to really look for them, when you start to recognize them, when you know how to see them and accept them when they're in your life, life is pretty fabulous. You know, this is about living your best life, right? We want to live our best life. And even if you would say to me right now, you know what, Nancy, my life is really good right now, I would say, great, awesome. But we are a society, not just a society, but a race, right? A human race. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. And our karmic journey is to expand, continue to expand. So whatever we have, we want more of. Of course, we want more of the stuff that we say we want, not the stuff we say we don't want. But when we are in that expansion, when we want more, and think about this, if you're saying to yourself, well, that's not very nice. If you're wanting more, shouldn't you be satisfied with what you have? Yes. It's not about not being satisfied with what you have. It's about knowing that what you have can be expanded. And that's always really fabulous. Think about it. You buy a brand new home. Awesome. Wonderful. You've got that new home. It's great. You're so excited. But now you sit back and you're like, okay, we need drapes, we need furniture, we need rugs, we need all those little things, that you don't think about. That's expansion, okay? So expansion doesn't have to mean that you're not satisfied with what you have. It simply means that you are asking for more. I love this, universe. I love this. I love where my life is. I love what's happening. Give me more, give me more. And the universe feels your exuberance. The universe feels your excitement. And the universe sends you more of that like energy. We talk a lot about, in past episodes, we've talked a lot about paying attention to your energy, because where you put your energy, your attention, and your focus, if it's something negative, you're going to attract negative back to you. Well, the same holds true if you're thinking and feeling and putting energy out there and focusing on the positive. So when you are happy, joyful, abundant, prosperous, and you're excited and you want to expand more, you want to like, I want to enjoy more of this. Recognizing miracles will really help you on that journey. So what does a miracle look like? First of all, get very clear on your definition of a miracle. It's interesting. I was having a conversation with someone the other day, and we were talking about how sometimes the English language doesn't have an adequate word for what we want, or what we're feeling, or what we're thinking, or what we're experiencing. Or maybe there is an adequate word for it, but we've gotten so lazy in our language that we haven't expanded our vocabulary. So when someone says to you, hey, how's your day going? If you say, oh, I'm hanging in there. Well, think about that. You could expand your vocabulary a little bit there, right? You could say, I am fabulous. I am absolutely wonderful. I am all that and a box of chocolates. Life is wonderful. Most people will come back with, whoa, I love that. That's great. Because think about that exuberance, that love, that energy, that excitement for life, because you're living your best life. When you put that out there and you tell someone, yeah, I'm fabulous, that rubs off on them. That has a ripple effect. And depending on the mood that they're in, maybe that's exactly what they needed to lift them up at that specific time. That is a miracle. Think about that. That is a miracle for that person who was looking for a miracle or looking for something to brighten his or her day, or maybe get out of a negative situation. Right there, what you did, you shared a feeling, an emotion that had a ripple effect that leveled them up, that expanded them from where they were to a little bit closer to where they would prefer to be. That is a miracle. And miracles are happening continuously all the time. But miracles, I look at it like this. Miracles are a lot like faith, right? If you believe in miracles, you have faith that good is always happening. But you can also have faith in negative always happening. So this is why it's really important to know a miracle when you see it. How do you recognize it? How do you know? If you are experiencing something, let's just say something negative in your life, and you're like really praying for, praying, wishing, meditating, whatever your words are for that, about making this negative thing go away. All right, now let's think about this. So what you're actually in is the energy of the thing that you don't want. You're thinking about, like, I don't want this, this isn't comfortable, this isn't me, I don't, whatever you're saying to yourself. But when you are concentrating on the thing you don't want, like maybe something hurts on your body, or maybe you want to improve your health or your finances or your relationships, your career, but you're concentrating on what you believe is happening right now. You're looking at what you see as the situation. This is how you perceive it. And all your attention, energy, and focus is going towards that negativity. That, why is this like this? Why is my life like this? Why is this happening? And then you're actually praying or meditating or wishing for, you're wishing for what you want, you're praying for what you want, and your energy, though, is in a negative state, because you're saying, I don't want this, why can't I have this? Do you see the difference? But when you stop and say, you know, I am sick and tired of going through this, I am sick and tired of X happening, I'm done. Right now, I'm washing it away, I'm letting it go, I don't want to, I'm done with this. Now start to think about what your life is like without it. And I know sometimes that can be a stretch. It can be a huge stretch, because you're like, how do I pay attention to what it would feel like to have it if I don't have it? But here's the thing. What you want to start doing is paying attention to the positive. What does it take to shift from that negative thinking to positive thinking? You know, one of the things that can snap me out of something negative really, really quickly is just to ask myself this question: what does it feel like to be happy? Oh, see, because then you're not putting a condition on it. You're not saying I have to have X in order to be happy. You're not saying this has to stop in order to be happy. Just ask yourself the question, what does it feel like to be happy? And then I sit and I think of happiness. And happiness, the word happiness, it fills me up. It makes me smile. And when I smile, I realize, like, oh my gosh, this is such a good feeling. I love this. I love this feeling. Remember, I'm always sharing with you, your feelings are driving the bus of your life. Everything is about your feelings. So if you're worried about someone else, if you're concerned about whatever it is that you are concentrating on that is a negative, ask yourself, what does it feel like to be happy? What does it feel like to just feel so supported by the universe? What does it feel like to just be? Just be. And you sit there and you're like, I love this. I love my life. I love who I am. Now, this is about recognizing miracles, right? So what are the little steps, the little things that come into your awareness based on the question that you can ask yourself? Now, that's the question that I ask myself. Maybe your question will be different. But here's where the miracles start to come in. Miracles can also be a feeling, right? When you are feeling happy, abundant, joyful, excited, exuberant, prosperous, loved, loving, when you feel that, it is a miraculous feeling. And this is miracles abundant. Think of this. So when you're saying, you know what, Nancy, you're not even making any sense to me. I thought this was going to be all about how do I create a miracle? But here's the thing. We are creating at all times, every second, every minute, everything, everything. We are creating. Now, we are creative human beings. So what we think about, we bring about. What we feel about, we bring about. We can actually create based on thought and feeling. Now, isn't that a miracle? Yes. Remember, get very clear on what your definition of a miracle is, because if your definition of a miracle is only this person was blind and now this person can see, this person was lame and now this person can walk, that is a miracle. Yes, those are miracles, and that's wonderful. But it's the tiny miracles that people often overlook. They often don't recognize them. So the miracle is you. You are the miracle. You are creating at any given moment by what you're thinking and by what you're feeling. So what are you feeling right now? If you're feeling like, you know that you attracted this video, you know that you're watching this video, there's for a reason, there's something about either the way I titled it or the description in the message that attracted you to this video. So stop and ask yourself right this minute, what am I feeling? What am I feeling about miracles? Do I feel like there aren't enough in my life? Now, here's the thing. We want to make sure that we are feeling positive just because we can feel positive, okay? No conditions. It's not like I have to have a new car to be happy. I have to have a slimmer body to feel attractive. See, you're putting conditions on your life. And when you put conditions on something, then you look outward and you say, I don't have it, so how can I possibly be happy? The miracle of living is about noticing at any given moment your energy, your attraction to creating your best life. Now, go with me on this. Think about this for a minute. What are you feeling right now? I want you to just stop and think about what it is that you feel you need a miracle for at this moment. What does the word miracle mean to you? And what do you need a miracle about right now? What are you hoping for, wishing for, praying for, meditating for? What miracle do you want to happen in your life? You can pause the video if you want, if you're watching this on replay, and answer that question. Take the time to answer that question. Because if you don't, then what you're doing is you're allowing your mind to just free float, and all of this junk really is like floating through your mind, and this negative self-talk and all of these thoughts and feelings and emotions are just going through, and you're just vibrating back and forth, and you're not getting very clear. You just know that you need a miracle, and you know that you're not happy about something. You know that something is taking away from the joy in your life, and you're looking for a miracle. but what is that miracle? And I can promise you, it's not a something. It's not like this has to happen in order for me to love my life or be happy or have a good relationship or have the career that I want. It's about something inside of you. So stop and pay close attention to what is the miracle that you're asking for. What do you want to happen? And when you're very clear on that, when you've got it all written down, a lot of times in these shows, I tell you that I am very fond of mind mapping. Just take a piece of paper, draw a circle in the middle, and in the middle, write my miracle. And then, you know, a line and a circle, a line and a circle, and in all these little circles, what does it look like to you for this miracle to come to fruition for you? What does it feel like for this miracle to come to fruition to you? And then focus less on what you've written in the middle, miracle, my miracle, and start focusing on the offshoots, what you're putting out there. Let's just say that I need a miracle. I need better health. Something's going on with me and I need better health. And so are you concentrating on what you feel the not healthy is? Is it scaring you? Because I'd be willing to bet it is. If it's something that you're feeling fearful about, something that you've been diagnosed with, and you're full of this fear and you need a miracle. What is the miracle for you? Create it. Create it. Sit there and pretend like, look at your hands and just put your hands out like this. And this is my miracle. It's right here. I have the power to create this right here. And just feel the energy between your fingers, between your hands, and pay attention and inhale and go out and exhale and come in. And inhale, go out and exhale and go in. And when you do that and you pay attention to the space between your hands, you will feel the energy there. You will feel that. It's like a resistance, like there's a ball in there. And so you can't quite bring your hands together because you feel this energy. Now, take a look at this and concentrate on what this feels like. This is my miracle. This is my miracle. Now start asking yourself, what does that miracle feel like? What is it full of? What's in there? You can create this, shape this, think about it. And as you're doing this, now if you're one of those doubting Thomases that are sitting there and going, I'm doing this, I don't feel anything. Well, of course not, because if you're doing it with negativity, it's like, it's sparse. But when you're doing it with faith, when you're doing it with happiness, with joy, with hopefulness, and like, all right, I'm going to try this. I'm going to create my miracle. I feel such a resistance between my hands inside there. I feel this energy and it's so amazing. And once I feel this, physically feel this, I can put a name to it. I can say, this is my miracle. My miracle is full of, now, what is it full of? Joy, happiness, abundance, good health, positive health, whatever it is for you. I don't want to put words into your mind, because I really want this to be a thinking exercise for you, to think about what this energy is. What is this miracle energy that you're creating? Now, as you feel it and you feel the resistance and you know that it's there, you know that you've created this, because the miracles are here. They're always here. It's just that we often don't recognize them. So now you feel yourself, you're creating this miracle. What is it? What is it? Put a name to it. Is it better health? Is it a new car? Is it a new relationship? an improved relationship that you already have? What is this miracle that you want? Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Sometimes people try to transfer and they say, my miracle would be if my mom or dad or friend or husband or child could X. You see, we don't have the power to over others. We don't have a power over others. We only have power over ourselves. So this is why everything is internal. This is why this work is called inner work. It's because everything comes from within us. We create from within. We create, we start it from within, our own energy, our own thoughts, our own wanting and expansion. And then we create it and we see it, right? We see it come to fruition. Now, every person has their own karmic journey. Every person has their own karmic contract with the universe, right? When our soul incarnates and we come into this life from our soul basis of who we are to our human experience, we have a mission, so to speak. This is what we came here to do. But it's like the minute we come into this human experience, we forget what that mission is. We forget that we have everything that we need. We forget that we have the ability to do everything. We forget that we are total, complete, 100% love and light. We forget that. And we often embrace the darkness. And the darkness looks like fear. It looks like sickness. It looks like whatever it is that you say you don't want. That's the darkness that you're inviting in. So remembering that you are this fantastic soul, this fantastic spiritual being having a human experience. And you know that you have the power to create. You have the power to create and attract these miracles. Now, what is it that you want to create? What miracle do you want to come into your life? And as it starts coming to fruition, as it starts manifesting itself, what does it look like to you? Do you recognize it? Because maybe if I would use an example of, maybe it's that you want a new car and you say, this miracle, I want this miracle, I'm calling this miracle my new car. So you don't want to think about the car that you're driving now or the absence of it, but you definitely want to give gratitude for what you have right now. Maybe you're taking the bus, maybe you don't even have a car, but you have some type of transportation. Yes, you can walk, you can ride a bike, you can take the bus, maybe someone picks you up, takes you here and there, whatever that is. How grateful are you for that? And then you expand into the vehicle that you are looking for, into that miracle vehicle. So now, how are you going to recognize this miracle as it's unfolding for you? Well, you recognize it by starting to feel what it feels like to be driving your own vehicle. What does it actually feel like to you? Do you get inside, you sit down, you feel yourself, you're back up against the seat, you look at the dashboard? Do you even know? Have you even driven your dream car, that car that you want? Or do you only know what it feels like to be where you are right now, taking the bus, riding a bike, whatever it is, walking? What are you concentrating on? Go to the dealer, find your ideal car, drive the car, sit in it, know what it feels like. And then when you are at home and you are creating this miracle for yourself, you actually sit there and then you do this exercise and you feel this energy and you know, I am creating. This is what I am creating. This is what this feels like. And you know that this right here is the start of you manifesting what you truly, truly want. Now, again, let's go back to, how do you recognize the miracle when it happens? Well, as you concentrate on what it feels like, pay attention. Do you now start to see your ideal car on the freeway? Do you now start to hear talk about it? Maybe you hear a commercial, maybe you see an advertisement in a magazine or on the television, or as you're scrolling through social media. Think about it. Are you recognizing the miracles? Because these are little signs from the universe saying, keep going. It's on its way. It's on its way. Just keep creating it. You have the power. And remember, when you get to that point when you're always almost like you're right there and you're like, I'm so sick of this. I've been doing this for 5 days and nothing's happening. Well, hello. So it's like stretching a rubber band, right? Like you can stretch it and pull it and then you let it go back. So this is you expanding, right? And as you expand, then you're like, oh, this isn't working. And you let go and it falls and you're done. Now, here's the thing. You have to start all over again. But what are you going to do? Are you going to, as you're starting all over again, sink down into that negative rabbit hole of negativity and negative thinking and negative feeling and, oh, I don't have this and, oh, poor me, and whatever it is that you're feeling? You see, because every time you sink down there, you have to come back to where you were in order to expand to where you want to be. But you can't do that if you're not on the lookout for these miracles. Because if you're not recognizing when they're happening, the miracles, they're like little signs from the universe. You're on the right path. You're on the right track. Look, it's on its way. We're bringing all of this notification into your awareness. Are you paying attention? Because every time you see the picture or see it on social media, or you hear something, or you sit and you meditate about it and how good it feels, this is all your opportunity to sit and appreciate the miracle that is unfolding, that is expanding, that is creating, being created. It's on its way. And there are a lot of people who have difficulty with this because they think, I can't see it, I can't feel it, I can't taste it, I can't touch it, so it can't be real. But it is real. Just like when I tell you that when you do this exercise and you really do it enough that you understand how this feels and you're like, wow, I feel this. I feel the resistance between my hands right now. There's so much energy right there. And I am creating right here. You feel this. And you know that you are a creator. But before you've learned this, you didn't think that it was there. Now you know, you've learned it. You're like, it is, it's there. It's there. What does it look like now? I know what it feels like. What does it look like? And watch for the miracles. Make sure that you get in the habit of recognizing miracles when they happen. If you would like any help with this, I invite you to visit my website at masteringyourbeliefs.com. You can get the free download. You can download my audiobook, Healing the Child Within. Whatever calls to you, remember, you heard it through this video. You were called to this video for a reason. This came into your awareness for a reason, because there are no accidents. There are no accidents in the universe. Everything is synchronistic. Everything is unfolding and happening and weaving its way in and out like a tapestry. So if there was something in you that called forth something in this video, what are you going to do next? Are you going to say, well, I thought she was going to give me the answer, but I don't know any more now than I did before? And then you walk away and you don't pay attention to anything that was a miracle awareness happening as you listen to the message. The choice is yours. It's time to live your best life ever. If you have any questions, let me know. In the meantime, this is Nancy Muller, the one and only Life Sensei, saying ciao for now.